Hey guys, it's Anissa Lamara. Welcome back to my channel. You guys know that I have been growing out my hair and now it has grown out from the buzz cut into a tapered cut. I think this is kind of like the best of both worlds. It's short, but there's still enough length where I can experiment and I can do a lot with my hair now versus when it was in the buzz cut, but less time because it's not as long as it initially was. I'm going to give you guys tips and tricks on how to grow out your hair and maintain a tapered haircut. So the first step is probably the most obvious. It's going to be being patient. When you are growing your hair from a TWA or a buzz cut or big chop, it is going to require a lot of patience. When I first got my buzz cut, I was good for about a week, and then after that it started growing out and it got really awkward really fast. Rome was not built in a day. So I made a mood board, I made a Pinterest board, I kind of bided my time until it was long enough to actually style. It's not gonna happen overnight. You just have to trust the process, and if all else fails, you can do something else. But until then, just try to be patient. Number two, once my hair got to a certain length, it was round around my whole head, and that is not what you want to do. Keep your hair shaped. Although you want your hair to grow long or you want your hair to grow to a certain length, having short hair, you need to have it in some type of shape. If you're just growing it out all just willy-nilly and you want to have it styled in between time, your style is going to look really crazy. The way your hair is shaped can make or break a hairstyle, especially if it's short. I started to get my sides short and I let my top grow. So if a tapered look is what you're really going for, then you're going to want to keep your sides trimmed. That is what a tapered haircut is. It's when it's big at the top and then it tapers down once you get to the sides and once you get to the back. So just keep that in mind. Don't be scared of the scissors, okay? And number three, if you do not have a stylist or you do not trust yourself to cut or trim your hair, I would recommend practicing a few different techniques to kind of make it a fake tapered look. A good rule of thumb is, if I'm doing a twist out, I'll twist out the top, and on the sides and in the back, I won't twist it out. I'll just do finger coils and put some gel on it to keep it really tight. If it's really long, you can do perm rods, the really small perm rods, and do that on your sides to keep your sides tight. If you are a wash and go girl, just don't stretch out the sides. Shrinkage is a good thing because it gives you that illusion of a shape. When my hair was longer, much longer, my sides were down to here, but you wouldn't have never known it because I never stretched my sides out. I only stretched out the top crown of my hair. A couple of options of keeping your hair stretched at the crown is you can use a hair dryer or a diffuser. You can also use the banding method. You can also set your hair with banana clips or any type of clip that'll kind of keep it down so while it's wet, it'll dry in that stretched state. I'll link all of those videos down below kind of demonstrating what those techniques look like. The next tip is to experiment with color. You can experiment with non-bleach color. They have chalk, they have spray, they have demi-permanent, they have semi-permanent, they have permanent. Hair color makes the process so much easier because it kind of gives you a little bit of hope, and it gives your hair a little bit of pizzazz, and it gives it a little bit more personality, and it makes it a little bit more fun while you're growing it out. I got my color while my hair was in the really round stage. My hair had more dimension. You could really see my curls, and you could really see the transition of my hair growing out from the color once the color started growing out. So it's a really fun option, and it's a really great way to kind of get out of a really funky space when you just hate your hair and you're just ready for it to grow. Color makes it so much easier because it's so pretty to look at. So the next tip is protective styling. I'm sure you guys have heard this many times. You guys know that I do protective styles on my channel all of the time. The reason being is, again, Having short hair, whether it's growing out from a TWA or even if it's tapered, if your hair ain't done that day, it's gonna look a hot mess. So it really helps when you can just throw a wig on, or you can get some braids, or you can, you know, there are options. You can get extensions. There's so many options. Clip-ins, for example, those are really easy to kind of blend in with your hair depending on the type of hair that you get. I always opt for a wig. A wig will never let you down. Even if you don't know how to braid your hair, just twist your hair up, do some twist outs, put a wig cap on, throw your wig on, and you're good to go. However, you want to make sure that when you're protective styling, that you're doing something that's super easy and you're doing something that's not going to cause and create a lot of tension on your hair. So for me, I can't wear clip-ins often because my hair isn't used to that type of tension, and my hair gets, and I'm really tender-headed. So I can't wear clip-ins all the time, i.e. I opt for wigs a lot. Hair, you know if you're tender-headed or not. You know if your hair breaks easily or not. And that goes into my next tip, which is keep your scalp healthy. Have a healthy hair regimen. You want to treat your hair the exact same way you would if your hair was longer, except it's short now. So you still want to deep condition. You still want to do scalp treatments. You still want to do hot oil treatments. You still want to really maintain your hair. Keep your hair detangled. Keep your hair conditioned. Really use a lot of products that are water-based products. Drink a lot of water, take vitamins. If your goal is for your hair to grow, or even just to have a healthy tapered haircut, it requires healthy hair. Dry hair does not hold curls. I will link a video of how I take care of my hair and how I deep condition my hair, especially during the winter months. And even in the summer months, you still want to make sure that you're still maintaining the same type of regimen. So the next tip is to try to keep your hands out of your head as much as possible. I know that we just discussed protective styling and hair color and this and that. However, you want your hair to grow. You want your hair to be healthy. So trying low manipulation hairstyles is your best bet. I do not do twist outs all the time. I literally do a wash and go, and I leave it in my hair for about a week or so. That's why it takes me a little bit longer now to do hair videos, because I don't want to be doing my hair every week or every other day, because that is a lot of tension on my hair and it's going to break off and it is going to get straggly at the ends, and I'm going to have to start all the way over. I remember last summer when I was growing my hair out, I was trying to put out so many videos and I was doing so much to my hair. I got my hair braided, I was doing clip-ins, I was doing wigs, I was doing twist outs, all within like a 2 to 3 week time period. That really affected my hair. Gianna had to go back in and cut a lot of my hair off because I just destroyed it. I got it colored, I did clip-ins, I did twist outs, it was too much too soon. Like I said, I'm very tender-headed. My hair does not like a lot of manipulation within a short time period. So if you're gonna get your hair colored, try to just maintain a really simple style. If you're gonna get a protective style, try not to get your hair colored. You don't have to do everything at once. Find what works for you, stick with it, and kind of try something within the next month, the next 2 months. Slow and steady runs the race is all I'm saying. So the last tip is that pretty much do what you want, y'all. Like, do what you want. This is not 2 years of growth. I've cut my hair not like drastically, but I have cut my hair. Gianna has cut my hair at least 3 to 4 times since then. And I was telling her I might decide to do a buzz cut next year, or I may decide to grow this out to a certain point and just stop getting the sides cut and just let it grow. Don't feel like you have to be stuck. Since you said this, now you have to stick to it. With dealing with your hair, I just know that it's not the end of the world if you want to change your hair, if you want to switch something up, or if you're in the process of growing your hair out and you're like, hey, I think I like it at this length. It's not the end of the world. I promise. I hope that this video was helpful to someone. If you guys have any questions, or if you guys have any comments or things that you would like to add that you have experienced that has helped you out in your journey, definitely leave those comments below. If you guys would like to see how I achieved this really funky flat twist out, my first flat twist out, you can actually check that video out on the Cut Life's YouTube channel. That'll actually be the first link that I'll link in the description box so you guys can see. Thank you guys so much for your support, and until the next video, I'll see you guys later.